Let's be honest, social media apps consume a lot of our precious time every day, and managing our digital well-being has become more important than ever before. Mindful is an app that enables you to regain control over lost time and stay focused. You can set up a 2-hour session for work or study and block distracting applications like YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok, ensuring they remain inaccessible during that time. These presets are highly customizable, allowing you to adjust session durations, integrate Android's Do Not Disturb and bedtime modes, and also permit notifications from selected applications or calls from designated contacts. These settings are seamlessly managed within the app, providing a clutter-free experience that requires minimal effort. The app lets you limit time spent on short-form content by accurately detecting the format of content you're consuming and monitor it accordingly. For those who may struggle with self-discipline and often find themselves caving in and extending the restriction metrics, the app offers an invincible mode. This mode restricts you from making any further adjustments to restriction metrics you may have set, and the mode itself can't be disabled until you uninstall the app, making sure of it that you don't give up and stay committed to the task at hand. Additionally, the app provides group restrictions, enabling you to combine multiple applications and set a collective time limit. Once this limit is reached, all grouped applications are restricted, offering a streamlined way to manage cumulative app usage. A forthcoming feature, Notification Groups, will allow notifications from social media or messaging applications to seep through at predetermined intervals. This will ensure that you stay updated without constant interruptions. The app's Timeline tab tracks your productive time, offering a clear view of your progress, encouraging sustained focus, and serving as a practical tool for reflection and motivation. You can also personalize the app with various customization options, such as changing the theme, adjusting accent colors, selecting a default home tab, or opting for a bottom navigation layout. The best part is that the app isn't paywall, and all the features I mentioned so far are completely free to use, with an option for user donations if you'd like to support the developer's work. If you'd love to provide your phone with some utility while it charges, then FlipClock is an app that does exactly that. A couple of months back, in my series covering the Android app essentials, I featured an app called the Standby Mode Pro, an app that brings the iPhone's dock-like functionality to your Android device. Well, FlipClock is a similar app in that regard, but provides a different take to it. A swipe to the right allows you to set a stopwatch or a timer, while a swipe to the left lets you set a Pomodoro timer that also allows you to customize the focus and break durations. Tapping once on the main screen provides you with a couple of options that allow you to adjust basic settings of the clock, like the format, style, time zone, turning on or off flip animations, or displaying battery and weather information. Some of the other options allow you to check existing alarms or set new ones or change the country of time displayed. In terms of customization, the app offers a wealth of options, from selecting the overall theme to fine-tuning details like font style, font card, and background color. You can choose any shade, adjust its opacity, and even set custom backgrounds, ensuring the clock perfectly matches your style. The clock, stopwatch, and timer also have mini versions of them that pop up as floating windows when you may want to use your phone for multitasking. The app also lets you add tags to the clock, essentially sticky notes that serve as handy reminders for tasks or anything else you may need to remember. If you fancy the style of the flip clock and would like to have it on your home screen, there are 11 highly customizable widget options. And if you'd like to have it on your lock screen, you can use the flip clock as a live wallpaper. But not only that, if you're a serious flip clock fanatic, you can also use it as your screensaver or even your always-on display. And it works pretty well with orientation detection as well as proximity or pocket detection. The commitment to the craft that the developers show here is just awe-inspiring. And if you'd like to support their work, you can get the premium version of the app that provides you with a few more custom theme styles and customizable burn-in protection settings. If you're a fan of minimalist launchers that do not sacrifice on core functionality, Flow Launcher caters to that aesthetic quite well. On the home screen of the launcher, you're provided with a basic clock widget alongside 5 of your favorite apps that you can pin to your home screen alongside 2 shortcuts on the bottom right for calling and messaging. You swipe up to access your app list, swipe down to view notifications, and swipe left to access your feed, which is essentially a space to track upcoming events, any reminders or tasks you have set, or your digital well-being. There's also an option to add custom widgets which you can resize freely, as the launcher doesn't bind you to a specific grid format. The launcher features auto app categorization, ensuring all your apps are organized to their respective categories for easier navigation. Back on the home screen, there's also an option to turn on a Pomodoro session. While this session is active, only the apps that you have pinned on your home screen will remain accessible. The design, look, and feel of this launcher is quite reminiscent to my daily driver, the Niagara launcher, but with subtle distinctions that make this feel unique in its own way. The only suggestion I'd like to make is to not keep the free tier of the launcher so limited in terms of customization and feature options, as out of the 14 customization and feature options, Only one is adjustable in the free tier. The premium tier simply offers a lot more features and customization options. While I do think the launcher strikes a solid balance between simplicity and utility, unlocking its maximum potential does come at the cost of going premium. Everything Widgets is an app that brings nothing-inspired widgets to your Android device. Having pre-registered this app on the Play Store before it even dropped, suffice to say, the selection of widgets offered here managed to far exceed my expectations. With over 120 widgets inspired by the Nothing OS aesthetic, the app offers a diverse range of widgets, such as clocks, calendars, weather and battery widgets, quick settings, contacts, photos, some inspirational quotes, and a fun snake game widget perfect for passing time. This variety balances style and functionality, with more widgets promised in future updates. Unlike other Nothing OS-inspired widget packs that require additional setup by third-party apps, these widgets work natively, simplifying setup with a tap and add process. Most widgets are fully resizable, fitting any layout, and the Nothing-inspired design delivers a sleek and modern look. A lot of matching wallpapers from the Nothing phones are also included, which aim to help you create a more cohesive home screen. The developer also offers the Everything Icon Pack, the newest of the release, which follows the same Nothing OS aesthetic but blends it with Material Use icon theming for a complementary visual experience. Keeping track of transactions via most budget planning and finance tracking applications has gotten quite tedious, as most apps require manual entry or have limited connections with selected banks. FinArt is an app that makes this process a whole lot simpler. The standout feature of the app is that it tracks every transaction you make directly from your phone's messages, eliminating the need for manual entry for card-based transactions. The app allows you to track all expenses and incomes from your debit or credit cards and see them either cumulatively or separately for each account. The app is also able to categorize each of these transactions automatically across 18 different categories and also allow you to allocate specific budgets for each category. What I also found interesting is that all my Amazon orders are not only listed as transactions but are stated as the item that was ordered, making it easier for me to figure out what I ordered directly from FinArt instead of opening the Amazon app itself. The app also has a web version you can try out, allowing cross-platform compatibility across various devices. Now, FinArt does require a paid subscription with an option for lifetime access as well. And while the UI of the app could certainly use a bit of polish, functionally, this comes as close as it can as perhaps one of the most intuitive yet simple transaction tracking applications that does exactly what it says on the tin and may justify the expense for many users. Next up on the list is Sponge. Sponge is an app that allows you to clean up any unnecessary pictures you may have taken or stored on your device. The concept is pretty simple. The app scans your entire gallery and shows you all the pictures categorized in a month-by-month format. You select a month, and then the app presents you with all your photos from that time period in a slideshow format, whereby you can swipe left to delete a photo or swipe right to keep it. It makes organizing your phone storage a whole lot easier, especially if you tend to take random photos or screenshots throughout the day, which you may not need later. I found myself using the app anytime I'm waiting for the next metro to show up at the station or while in a queue at checkout at a grocery store. Now, it's worth keeping in mind that Sponge can delete media only from your local device storage, as due to technical limitations from Google Photos, the app currently cannot provide the ability to delete media directly from your cloud backup. That said, it's a tidy solution for a less than tidy phone gallery. Following that is not just one app, rather a suite of apps called the Right Suite, designed to bring the polished iOS experience to your Android device. This collection includes a dialer, contacts, messages, calendar, files, gallery, and an iOS-style keyboard, each crafted to closely mimic the familiar look and feel of core iOS apps. And the similarity between these apps and the ones found on iOS is uncanny to say the least. What distinguishes the Right Suite, however, is its embrace of Android's inherent versatility. Far beyond the constraints of iOS, these apps offer extensive customization options. You can select custom themes and accent colors, curate the information displayed to suit your needs, and even modify animation styles. The developer's attention to detail is remarkable, with smooth scrolling, precise icons, and an overall polish that just feels flawless. The Right Suite isn't just about replicating iOS on Android, rather about blending that familiar design with Android's flexibility, creating an experience that feels tailored and intuitive, whether you're new to Android or a long-time user. Live wallpapers are a great way of adding a dynamic vibe to your home screen setup. And LiveLoop is an app that offers an extensive collection of these wallpapers, ensuring originality and a polished aesthetic that sets it apart from most wallpaper apps. The quality of these walls are really good. with crisp visuals, smooth animations, and rich color combinations. Many wallpapers incorporate subtle motion effects like flowing water or shifting patterns, which add depth without overwhelming the user. The app also features an automatic wallpaper changer that cycles backgrounds at set intervals or at every unlock. It runs on a freemium model whereby it relies on a token system to unlock wallpapers. A wallpaper can require anywhere from 3 to 10 tokens. You get 51 signed in, which should be plenty to get the ones you like. You earn more tokens by watching ads, about 3 tokens per ad watched, which would mean unlocking a 10-token wallpaper would eventually require to watch 4 ads. On a positive note though, once a wallpaper is unlocked, it stays unlocked, so you don't need to watch ads repeatedly to access it. If you do switch your wallpapers often, this token grind may nudge you to upgrade to the premium version of the app that removes ads and unlocks all wallpapers, which if you've liked what you've seen so far, might be worth considering. And that about wraps things up. Those were some of my favorite apps for the month. Let me know if you found any of them helpful, and if you have any apps that you'd like to suggest, you can mention them in the comments section. A like on this video goes a long way, and a sub even longer. That being said, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.